Hi everybody, welcome back to Simple Acre Homestead. Try to get a few things done, but before I start telling you what I've been working on, I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. They're much appreciated, and for the condolences for my grandmother. It was nice to receive the condolences from the viewers. My grandmother and grandfather are big supporters of the channel, and my grandfather continues to watch. So hopefully we can keep it interesting for him. So rainy day today, so I'm back inside one of the barns. I have finished the insulation on both barns except for a little patch on the wall in the far barn, but I'll explain that in a little bit. So since it's rainy, I'm trying to get some plywood up. So I got one wall finished, and I won't lie, that was the easy wall because there is absolutely no cutting out to do. So I just did it to make myself feel better, like I was accomplishing something. So I started on this back wall and the side wall. I'm gonna have my first cutout to deal with for this receptacle on the back wall for the fan. So I'm gonna have to practice my measuring skills and cutting out, and not cutting out too large. But I think it stopped raining for a second, so let's just show you what we've accomplished outside. So quickly, yesterday I got home and I picked up some flashing, and I did the flashing on the slopes, and I got some edge trim, I believe it's called, to go around the at the bottom of the slope and around the leans. So now when the rain or the water comes off the edge, it won't just skirt the wood. It'll come out that a little bit further and dump into the eventual eaves troughs. So that's all complete. So the roof is basically done, which is fantastic. It's a good feeling. Gotta get the gutters done and all the painting outside finished still. But let me show you what I was talking about in this other barn where I didn't have enough insulation. I'm short a little bit, and I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be short a little bit. But I do have plans for this area, so I'm not sure how short I am. So we have no lights in this barn yet. Everything's ready to get hooked up, but not in place. So as long as the camera shows you, the insulation's all in place except for this little section right here. So I'm basically 3 bats short. But Cindy and I were talking, and we think what we're going to do is, since we're going to have this area beside underneath this lean all fenced off for the goats, we think we're going to put a little half door here, so that instead of walking them out the front into a gate into the fence, we can just open it up, let them come in and out, and close it up in the winter time. So my solution to that, I have an old door. I'm hoping this is going to work. I think it will. So I had picked up this old outside door on the side of the road, and I removed the window from it. So all I have left to do is just cut up the 4 inches or so on each side where the window started. And I'm hoping that this little section right here will make our little hatch door for the goats. The nice thing is this is already insulated. I just have to frame that wall to fit that door. So that'll be a project I'll have to work on, but first I'm going to finish this first barn so that we can get those quail and rabbits moved, and then I'll focus more on the goat barn, since I do have a little bit more time. Sounds like the dogs are playing behind me here. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm working on. I did get some gravel to put around the edge of the barn, just to stop the grass from growing right up tight to the barn. We already had the gravel from when we prepped the pad, so I just have to kind of pull away some of that dirt and top up the rest of that gravel. And my hope is that'll stop the weeds from growing against the building, but it'll also stop the rain from hitting that mud and splashing up. Hey boys, give me a minute here. The rain from splashing up, landing on the side of our nicely painted building, because as you can see along the bottoms, it gets very dirty, and that's just splashing from all the rain. I suppose once the grass grows there, it would stop that as well. But it'd just be nice not to have the trimming to do around the barns. But we will see. And I still have to finish. That's the one thing I didn't actually finish yet on the roof. Is I still have to form a flashing where the lean meets the barn. And I do have some, as you can see underneath behind those chairs over there, I do have some long lengths of roof material left over. And I did go and buy a tin cutter or steel cutter to make my life easier. So yeah, the rain's coming. Cindy's gonna want to put the camera away. But anyway, I should be able to nicely do a couple straight lines and just do a fold. I'm not so worried about the rain, but I'm more concerned about the snow sitting there and then eventually coming in behind. But anyway, I'm going to get back inside where it's dry. Oh, you're still here. All right, what next? I think I'm going to have to deal with this back wall and start, no matter where I go now, I have outlets and smaller cuts to make. So I think I'm going to get that one dealt with, and that's a nice practice spot. I eventually have to do the ceilings, but what I'm going to do is see how much OSB these walls take, and I'm going to see how much I have left in the pile. And if it's basically enough to do the walls on the other barn, I think I may buy the slightly thinner OSB board to put on the ceiling so it's not so hard to hold up in place, because I believe this is, I don't even remember. What is this? I want to say it's 7/16. I'm pretty sure when I was at the store they had a 3/8 board as well, or a 5/16 board. Something a little thinner, so in the overall span it will be a lighter chunk of wood. So I may go that route. So could start with the walls, see what's left, and do the math. And even if I have a couple pieces left, I can always save those I can use those for the mini lofts or shelves that we're putting up here. So we can do that. All right, guys, really coming down out there now. So anyway, thank you again for coming in and watching what we're doing here. Really appreciate it. If you have any comments, suggestions, we're open to it. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll keep trying to put out some content. I know these barns seem to be a more popular viewing right now, but we would like to get back to our homesteading and animals, but these are a big part of that at the moment. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.